Mark, you took them most of the way. Certainly wasn't Category 3 versus Category 1 out there.
No, to be honest, John, I think the boys are a little bit... They're down in the change rooms. They know they were in it, and they know they had good chances in the second half, I think. I think we got into very good areas to hurt and cause them problems, and it's just that little lack of finishing in the final third at times. They obviously had one or two chances late on, but I think the boys know that when they got into that period of time, obviously they started slowly second half. They've come out and equalised, but to be fair to our lads, they've got stabilised themselves again, got back on what they were doing, and they really, looking at it, I think they probably should have had 2 or 3.
1-0 up at half time. How hard was it to lose a goal straight afterwards?
It's always hard, but you always have that conversation in the change room. Listen, we're 1-0 up. We've had the best of the 15-20 minutes to go before half time. They're going to come out and they're going to fly. You always have that conversation, but it's managing that bit when you're on the pitch. And we started slowly. We kind of worked with them and started slowly. But after that, as I said, they accepted it, which is brilliant. Because things happen in football, so you have to deal with that. So that they accepted that, and then they settled down again. They got into a really, really good pattern of play, I thought. And I thought we got into the final third a lot. It was just that little bits of finishing edge in the final third to actually go and kill the game off. But listen, it was a good game of football. But as I say, the boys are disappointed, John.
Manchester City, Newcastle, Leicester, none of them have had an easy game here.
No, absolutely not. And I was talking to Trevor Peake there as we were coming off. Peake, he was nothing but praise for the lads. And we said before the game, if one thing about football, it's about respect, and you've got to earn that respect when you walk onto a pitch and when you walk off it. You've got to feel that you've been in a game, and I think Leicester certainly knew they were in a game, and it could have gone either way.
Apart from the result, anything else disappointed you?
Not really, John. I think they've worked brilliantly all week. The lads, we had the way that we wanted to play, the style that we wanted to play. I saw Leicester a couple of times, so I knew the kind of way that they were going to go about it, and I think the lads approached it excellently. It was just disappointing for them. That game plan when you're in that final third, listen, it's what wins games. It's what wins games in the final third in the box. And unfortunately, little Brad Lethbridge had a few where sometimes on a Saturday morning he'd be putting them away, and he's just not quite getting it out of his feet. And Dan Smith, he had one really, really good chance. So just them little elements, it's what wins games. But unfortunately, it didn't quite happen.
You mentioned Dan Smith. He put the penalty away nonchalantly.
Yeah, it was a good finish from Dan, and I thought Dan caused them problems down there, and Leon Maloney's pace and some really, really, I thought, good displays. Little Freddie Reid in midfield kept the ball moving, and Jordan Brooks, big powerful boy. Listen, performance across the board, I thought they did well, but it was just unfortunate that they couldn't finish it off.
Did the legs tell in the end?
No, I don't think they did. I think, to be honest with you, I think we were saying to them, I think we looked the brighter. I didn't think we were suffering as bad as they were, to be honest, over the period of time. But it's just, listen, it's when you get into those final thirds, you've got to kill a game off. And the goal that won the game, the boys cut inside, great bit of quality to cut inside, and it's a good finish, John. And that's kind of what was lacking at the end for us. And, if you don't score enough goals, you're not going to win enough games. So it's just unfortunate.
But you're proud.
Yeah, I am, because listen, the kids are never on the back foot. Wherever we go, whether it's the under-23s, whether it's under-18s, we're like, listen, we're here to do our jobs, and the boys always stand up. They never ever on the back foot. As you said, from where they are and what we do. I thought individually, I always look at it, John. The real key element is I always look for performances. Again, youth setup's about development, and it's looking at individuals and how they're performing and what they're doing. And I thought there was quite a few boys that come off that pitch tonight that actually displayed and showed, and that's what we need and that's what we want.